Hello, Leo. This is Don with Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and I welcome you in. If you have Leo anywhere in your chart, then you found the right place to be. Let's get started. This is the reading for the week of September, September 25th to October 1st. Yes, we are already seeing October. Is that crazy or what? Alrighty then. This week we are not doing tarot readings. Instead, I was given psychic hits for each of the signs, and I will be sharing that with you as we speak. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind for whoever else. Because if it doesn't resonate, don't own it. Don't own it, and don't make it fit. Leo, it's been building up. You know it's been building up. You know what you've been working toward, and it's that conversation. Yes, the big conversation. This is the week to have that big conversation. The conversation that's uncomfortable, the conversation that will be received maybe not so positively necessarily, depending on how you put it out there. But this is the week of conversation. So if you have been putting off a very a hard conversation to have, or a difficult conversation, or a complex conversation, the conversation that will alter things, could possibly alter things. This is that week for that. This is the week to do that. This is the time. This is the moment. Okay, and I'm being told by Spirit, it's due. It's due. It's due. The longer you hold off, the harder it gets, and you have to have the conversation. Now, as you have the conversation, make sure that you think in advance what you want to say. Make sure that you understand, as you say the things you say, what they sound like to the person receiving them, because they are not in the same mindset that you will be in. And so they may take things in a very different vein than you intended, and do not allow any miscommunication in that regard. Make sure that as you speak and as you have this conversation, that message, the true message you want to convey, is being conveyed, and not the message that is muddled, not the message that leaves things open, not the message that can be interpreted differently. Make sure that you're paying attention to be clear. Be very clear with the message you have. Now, make sure you share your thoughts completely. Like I said, make sure that you are, make sure that you are not. Make sure that you open up the communication, so therefore it's a two-way street. Make sure that they give you feedback. As they give you feedback, make sure that they are confirming that they're receiving the message as you are sending it, and for the reasons you are sending it. But listen to what they're saying, listen to what their thoughts are on these matters, and don't allow yourself to go down a rabbit hole of chasing if, ands, what's, whys, and all those things. That's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is you getting to the point quickly, and making your point clear as can be. And then at that point, they'll have to process, you'll have to process, but that's not part of the conversation. The processing takes place after. Okay, so Jim, so Leo, the just know this, is that this conversation, as hard as it may be, as much struggle as it may bring to have it and deal with it, know that this is the first step. This is the first step, and then to moving on, to moving forward. You need to move forward, and I really believe, from what Spirit told me, you haven't, and this conversation is part of that reason. So have the conversation. Make sure that you put everything out there. Make sure that everybody's aware of what it is that you're talking about and how it's supposed to be received. And make sure that if there's conversations and ideas and things to be shared that help come to an understanding, then it's done. But ultimately, again, this conversation has to be had to move forward, and this is the week to do that. I wish you love, light, and blessings from me and my family here at Sonoran Mystic Tarot to yours. Don't forget to drop me a line at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com via email, or via the social media platforms and any of the messaging, and let me know how this resonates with you. If it does not resonate with you, leave it for somebody else. It was not meant for you. Additionally, if you'd like a private reading, check out my shop on Etsy, Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and order a reading through there. You can also message me privately through the social media platforms, or through my email address, or even my website. Lord knows I'm everywhere, Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Anyway, the point is to message me, and we can do a private reading as well. Love, light, and blessings from my family to yours. I'll talk to you next week. Have a great one. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.